Hello everyone, warm welcome to all of you. This is the project I have created for my first assignment. As you can see, this is a chess piece called Rook, which is simple to understand and create using any CAD software. So I will do is to first briefly go through the process, and at the end I'll attach a video showing how I made the model in detail. So at first I created a sketch. Here's the sketch. So I used the polyline tool to create the sketch and use the length constant, mainly the horizontal and the horizontal and vertical constant, to make it geometrically perfect. And then let's close it. And then I use the revolve function to give it a 3D shape. And then after that I selected the top portion. Here is the top portion, to exclude some part to make it usual Rook appearance. For that, I use that pocket tool, and for that pocket tool, here is the sketch. So here's the let's fit into the hair. So here's the sketch. So I gave it a circle to exclude the circle part first, and then for the pocket tool, in order to exclude these square pieces, here's the sketch. Let's fit it to the view. Here's the rectangle I have created. The dimensions are given. So next I use the fillet option. Here is this fillet option at the joint, mainly here, at here, and here, to give it a round appearance. So here's the total body model I have created. Now let's hop on to Cura to 3D print this model. So here we are in Cura. So we now look at the custom settings and adjust it accordingly to 3D print our model. So at first let's move on to the top, and let's first go with the layer height. So this is the height of each individual layer the printer will print. I mainly the default is 0.1, so we always change it to 0.2 as it is a good combination of speed and quality. Now the next options is the wall. So these are the walls your printer prints, that of model or object. So I have kept it at 0.4, and the one line count is one single. And now for the bottom and top bottom thickness, I set it to 0.2, and for both the top layers and bottom layers I have created two top layers as well as two bottom layers. Now let's go on to the infill part. This is one of the most important factor that determines the time it will take for your model to be made. So this is the percentage of the plastic that your printer uses to fill in your model. It usually prints in a crisscross fashion, which you can change here. The infill density, I've kept it at 10. The default is 20. And then there is the infill pattern. You can choose how your want your printer to print to infill your whole model. So there are many options like concentric and zigzag. However, triangle, the default one, is okay, and it usually works. Now now we are going to the material tab. This is one of the most important tab you see here in Cura. So that first, this is the printing temperature. This is the temperature of your nozzle. So it's a bit high. Let's change it to 195. Now we will keep the build plate temperature same. Now let's go down to the speed. This is the speed at which your printer prints your model. Usually we should always keep it below 60, and I don't know, by default it is at 70. So let's lower it down to 50, let's say. Now we should always enable diffraction. It is already checkmarked, and this is mostly takes out the plastic, to take out the plastic and push it back in to harden it and to allow for more clean print. So Z-hop retracted is enabled, and we should always enable print cooling so that your printer takes a look at the temperature. It is not going too high, otherwise the printing may melt, the material. If it becomes too high, the printing process it hampers your printing process. uh, the fan speed is okay, it is kept at. Now for support, like if your model has too many overhangs like the one shown in red, you can always generate support. However, for to generate support, the printing will take much more time. However, for in my model, there are not many overhangs, like there is uh, this single one, so it will not generate any support and it's okay. However, if your object has many red parts, if you look it from bottom, then you can always generate support to give it a more sturdier appearance or look, and it will be a very sturdy model. Now for the build plate addition, I have chosen skirt, and it will be made by the extruder 2. So this is how your body will stick, and we have this is the few layers that will go around your model and and later when the model is created, you can just peel off this plate. Now for other functions, we have here the move function. You can move the your body, like in the x-axis. This is the 36K move function. You can move it in the x in the top, and this is your scale function. You can adjust the size of your model, like if you want to make it in the weight in the x direction, you can extend it. In the z direction, you can extend it. So this is the size I will create one at 157. This is quite okay. And then you can also have the rotate option to rotate it, mirror it, and the other settings. So this is all that has been created in the custom setting. However, there is a recommended options where the software recommends the settings which is most suitable for your model. However, I have chosen the custom settings as it allows you to have more grip on your model. So now as everything is done, let's go on to slice the object and see how much time it takes. So it's slicing. So it takes 2 hours and 25 minutes to print the model. So you can see the amount of filament is used. It is 21 gram and it is 2.62 meters long. So now I will attach a video showing how I made the Rook in a Freecad. So thank you.